Hey, everybody. Welcome again to Flight School Business Quick Tips from the Field. We are joined this time by Felipe Santiago of Aviator Zone Academy down in Miami, Florida. So we're very excited to have you here, Felipe. And I wanted to jump right in to our very first question, which is we know how difficult it is in today's environment to get and keep both staff and CFIs. So the first question for you is, what are your tips for getting and keeping the good CFIs? How do you get them on board and how do you keep them there?
Chris, thanks for that great question. And obviously, that's an industry challenge for all of us. Keeping a CFI, really, you know that you're going to keep them for 1,500 hours. So I think coming to the realization that you're only going to get 1,500 hours, and you know that when they get to 14,999, they'll have one door out of the Cessna, and then boom, out of the office. It's just the reality of our industry. And hey, I was there once too, so I can completely understand. I think it's just finding the right guys that are going to fit into with your remaining team. And if you find a bad apple, getting rid of that bad apple early because they will spoil the entire team. But honestly, just paying them well. We pay our CFIs pretty well. We give them a 401k as well. I can understand that could be a little bit challenging when you're first starting out, but keeping them well paid is a reason to keep them around. And honestly, it's just the realization of, hey, they're going to be gone. Like, you plan ahead and start getting people onboarded early so that those senior CFIs can be nurturing your new instructors coming in. But you know that 1,500 hours, they'll be gone. So there's really not much to it.
Great answer on the part about keeping the CFIs, but another thing is just that basic management, whether it's CFIs that are on staff, but also your staff, the front desk people, the other folks on staff. What are your tips for kind of how to be a good manager or boss to them?
I think a lot of flight schools, especially when they're starting out, they'll find staff that are most likely students and say, hey, do you want to work the front desk or whatever that position is? And that's great. You can start out that way. But as you become a bigger machine, you're going to have to find staff that you're going to want to keep for a long period of time. And, an instructor, obviously, like we said before, is going to be there short term. And a student that is going through your through your flight training program, once they become a seasoned instructor or a seasoned pilot, they're going to want to become part of your staff, and then eventually they'll leave as well of your CFI staff. So my advice is say find staff that is going to have a lot more of an anchor to your organization because you'll be able to grow and build them. They're going to be a lot more used to your systems and a lot more knowledgeable with your systems rather than always just finding a student that, yes, it's probably cheaper to pay, but they're not going to be sticking around for you. And you're going to spend a lot more time training them and nurturing them as they come in than, just somebody that that's going to stick around for a long time.